Whoa, okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are back with Floating Sandbox, and in today's video we are going to be playing with the HMHS Gotic. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. Alright, so the HMHS Gotic is very detailed. It's got a ton of actual working lights in it. It's got, as I said, a lot of detail to it. You can see each individual cabin, you can see beds, you can see staircases, you can see all of that. So yeah, let's begin the sinking. So I'm gonna just puncture a hole right here, kind of Titanic style, but only in this section to see what happens. So the water is quickly flooding in, the bow is already dropping into the water, the lights are going out, the water has actually already made it to the main stairwell, which I think has already doomed the ship. So from this point forward, it is done for. So water is flowing into those crew compartments, I believe they are, and is actually flooding over the forward compartment into this hold, I think like a coal bunker, and now actually flooding into cargo containers, or cargo holds, my bad. And yeah, that's what's going to doom the ship. The water's going to flood forward. Alright, the water is already over the bow. That is crazy how fast this thing is going down. I thought it was going to be a little more difficult to sink with all the detail and walls inside, but apparently not. Water is already pouring back through the compartments, flooding into that boiler room there. I believe that's boiler room 2. And yeah, this is not good. The water is already up to those second class cabins, I believe they are, and into the first class cabins now. Oh wow. So the plunge has already begun. Water is actually pouring in to the front of the ship through doorways and etc. that are on the outside, like open portholes and stuff. The water is in the bridge. It is over for this ship. It is going down quickly. The ship is going into the air full on Titanic style. And yeah, and since this is a hospital ship, there really isn't any first class, but mainly where the first class rooms would be. Now the water is actually on the deck. I'm gonna split that funnel off because we don't need it anymore. So yeah, the ship is going right into the air now. There's actually some stress building up in the center. The propellers are fully out of the water, and pretty much half of the ship, interior-wise, is completely flooded. Water is pouring in through the cracks that have formed in the center of the ship. And now, actually, there's an air pocket here, so water would be pouring down onto people that would be trapped in that air pocket. And I'd assume, and I'd hope no one would be down there, because I'd assume that they'd get out beforehand. So the ship is literally going Titanic style. As you can see, it is 30 degrees, maybe 20, 30 degrees in the air now. But yeah, now the staircase here is enveloped in water, but it's actually not flooded yet. We have yet to see what happens to that. And look at who comes along, a wave. Wonder what this wave is going to do. So the water is now completely flooded up to the bulkhead or staircase, and it's actually flooding down the side of the staircase into cabins, hallways, and etc. So this wave is going to spell the death of the ship, I'd assume. And I accidentally punctured part of the hull, and the water is gushing in through that small access in the superstructure. You can see that this area still has power even though it's underwater. So that's interesting. So now we have vertical Titanic stern action right now. Yeah. Not the most interesting sinking, but it was pretty dramatic because you had water gushing in like crazy. It was going through staircases, through rooms, everywhere. It did not care what was in its way. It was just going to flood it. So, yeah. Alright, so we've sunk it conventionally, and I kind of want to see what happens if, like, a boiler explodes. So let's put, like a bit of explosive on this boiler, and let's see what happens. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh, this is going down really quick. That boiler is actually still alive, yet everything around it was pretty much vaporized in the explosion. And it is gone. The ship is pretty much completely destroyed. So yeah, that was crazy. It's already underwater from one boiler explosion. It blew everything around it up, and it is gone. Alright, so let's actually put a few explosives, like in the cargo hold. Let's say there's some ammunition there, because it is a hospital ship, so they may be secretly transporting, you know, some ammunition. So let's say one of those detonates by accident, and, oh, the entire bow is gone. There is a rush of water aft. All those cabins were not expecting it. All of those cabin walls would probably be blown down as water gushes through the ship. and it is gone. It actually is settling back, though. You can see that the bow only has the keel left on it, pretty much, or the retaining area. But yeah, the water's gushing down that staircase there, as another wall of water just pours aft. Let's remove the funnels here. Goodbye, funnel, and goodbye, funnel. There we go. All right. Yeah. So this ship is not having a great time. Yeah, the lights are just going out one by one. Okay, so we're seeing the same thing we saw with the first sinking. The water kind of floods the uppermost portion faster, and I think this is because there are bigger rooms there, so those rooms flood really fast. And then in the lower decks, where there's smaller rooms, it takes a longer time to flood those areas. But whatever the case, it is going vertical once again, doing that straight up thing from Titanic. Let's see what happens when we break it in half. I kind of want to see what it's going to do. Alright, so we've got the ship split in half. Water's filling the stern portion of the break. The bow portion is completely gone. Now, I'm guessing what's going to happen is it's going to flood, but it's not going to recover. It's going to go vertical again, and yeah, it's gone. So, yeah. So there is one more thing we must do. We cannot leave without doing this, and that is the antimatter bomb. So let's just put it straight in the center of the ship and detonate it. The ropes are just going crazy, but everything is fine, and the masts are broken. But that's okay so far. The ship is moving, and it's gone. It is completely sucking into itself and breaking apart. And I'm surprised all the boilers survived intact. The boilers and parts of the hull are completely fine. Yet, other pieces are just strewn everywhere. You can see like a large 3-deck portion here. Probably from the midships. But the boilers really are the only thing that survived that. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And I'll see y'all next time guys. Goodbye.